start. Zoo and Carr on the near side. It's Danahy on the far side for the Cougars as it's won by Collins to Danielle Boss. Boss over center red, flips one in, sticked away by Taylor Elias. Back behind it rolls. Meredith off the glass and not out. Danielle Boss keeps it alive for the moment. It's jarred back out to neutral ice. Petrosky sidesteps one and flips one back down wide of Elias. Taken over there, that's by Meredith. Holly Meredith off the half wall in into the legs of Boss. Taken by Collins. Shot saved by Elias, and it's taken back over by Meredith. Chatham sustains zone time to start here. Shot knocked down with a high stick of Collins, picked up by the Valiants. Back the other way they come. It's Lopes over center red, down the other way. Lopes cuts in the middle. Lopes shot gets blocked away by Petrosky. Centering feed sticked up to the near side off the stick of the sophomore Katie Reed. Now it's Collins back the other way. Collins on Martinetti, just dumps it in. Martinetti gives chase. Martinetti back behind the safety of her own line. Gets to Pilowitz. Pilowitz quickly up along. That was to Clark. Adele Clark canceled out by Johnson. Pilowitz working her way back in. Around one. That was Siren. Now jams it but can't get by Johnson. Carried out by Grace Johnson now. Has Black to her left. Johnson flips one in as it wobbles back behind up on edge. Taken by Maddie Black. Black loses the handle to Pilowitz. Pilowitz off the stick of Almond and back out to neutral ice. That's where it's taken over and dumped in by Clark right behind Katie Reed. It bounces off the end board. Siren has it there. 1:30 gone in the opening period. Siren. Stretch pass to Almond on her tape. Has a little trouble. Catches up to it. Almond wrist shot off the side of the cage. The rest of her line mates changing. As an outlet pass connects and coming back the other way is Defusco. Defusco stops up. Surveys. Leaves it. Sandylands walks in. Sandylands shot goes wide of the stick side of Katie Reed. Akers takes the puck away on the near side and clears it up to the half wall. Chung tries to vacate the zone unsuccessfully as Nash was able to hold the line, but Ackerman gets it out. Jammed right back in. Walking in. Wrist shot saved by Reed off the mask. Goes to the far side. That's where it's taken over by Marchand. One hands it to the line and not out. Kept there by Sandyland. Down to the goal line. Back to the point at Sandyland. Sandyland walks in. Wrister blocked down. That was by Akers in front. Near side pass to Nash. Nash, far side, intercepted, and coming back the other way is Marchand. Marchand wrists one in all the way back down off the end boards. Taken and picked up, that's by Nash. Nash pressured, that's by Schumacher. Puck pops to the near side point. Gray off the bench, jams it in further. Lopes back behind. Lopes has it taken away by Danny. Cleared to the near side corner. That's where it's taken over by the Valiants. Sandyland works her way to the far side. Off a sticking out as it's taken by Danielle Boss. Working it back in. Offsides is called as Boss comes over the line and rips one on Elias as Danny got taken out of the play on the far side half wall. 16:57 remaining in period number 1. 0-0 Chatham and Manhattanville. Jammed back out. It's taken by Zoo. Janet Zoo, far side pass connects. Walking in, Tittman. Tittman, shot saved by Reed with the left pad. Danahy clears it to the point but not out. That's where it's Howard. Howard walks in a little. Danahy tries to pressure. Fallen Valiant on the ice. Slow to get up. And that's Tittman. Still surprised no whistle as the Cougars take back over and clear it to the far side half wall. She'll make her way back to the bench. The Valiants continue to control. Shot in front. Backhander denied by Reed. Cleared to the far side half wall. Fresh off the bench and picking up the puck there is Barisha. Far side point. Howard one-timer blocked away by Danahy. Back out to neutral ice it goes. Meredith stops up. Retreats to the safety of her own end. Far side pass to Howard. Howard. Stretch pass near side into the stick of Ham. Ham centered red dumping. Far side corner it goes. Marchand picks it up. Quick up to Brooke Allman. Allman back the other way. 1-on-2. Allman works her way in. Allman walks in. Allman wrist shot blocker save Elias. Taken back over by the Valiants. Cleared out far side and Marchand picks it up there. Marchand stretch pass. Maddie Black working her way back in. Black dumps one in. Goes in on the forecheck. Meredith picks it up back behind. Meredith rolls near side. Gets around Allman. Loses the puck to Johnson but it rolls right to Ham who will get it along to Clark who clears the zone. Pass intercepted by Marchand. Sent right back into the Valiants end. Chatham A lot better start today than they had yesterday as Johnson's shot skitters its way into the stick of Elias, clear to the near side. Siren can't hold the line. It goes all the way back to Cougar Real Estate. 5 minutes gone here, opening period. It's Ashley Marchant working back the other way. Stretch pass. Johnson couldn't get a stick on it, but Almond does. Almond works her way in. Almond loses it on the half wall. Lopes picks it up, rolls back behind. Now it's Howard. Allie Howard to the line off the skate of Frederick and out. Almond to the bench. Schumacher on a bad change, gives the break for Lopes, but Lopes has it ricochet up into her gloves before it rolls back below the goal line. A break there on an errant bounce as it's controlled to the near side point. Meredith, slap shot blocked off the stick of Ackerman and Johnson. Gray clears it far side corner. That's where the Valiants take back over. Far side point. It's Howard's shot blocked by Ackerman. Throwing her body in front of everything early on, the Cougars' leading goal scorer. Cleared in front, Gray to Johnson, and out taken to the line and out by Schumacher before it rolls right back to James. Back to the defensive end it goes for Manhattanville. Howard, stretch pass, broken up, and here comes Ackerman back the other way, chips one along into the offensive end. Meredith off the glass, back out to neutral ice. Lopes, or make that Sabia, picks it up there, she gets it to Lopes. Lopes to Sabia, Sabia walks in but loses the handle to Elena Boyle, her first shift of the weekend. Boyle back the other way. Boyle works her way into the attacking end. Slides one in front, nobody home. Sabia gets it along to Tiana Lopes, the captain. Far side she goes. Ackerman steps in front, clears it to the line but not in. Sandyland got in the way, but Carr takes it back and dumps it back into the attacking end. Stick to all by Elias. Nash picks it up back behind. 13:40 remaining in the first. 0-0 Chatham and Manhattanville. Very fast-paced game so far as Tittman goes far side. Good to see her back on the ice after being shaken up early on. It's Collins. Skate to stick as she works her way in. Sydney Collins stops up. Far side half wall to the point. It's Petrosky. Walks in. Wrister gets blocked down in front by her own teammate Carr. Danahy couldn't keep it alive. Tittman back the other way. Into the attacking end she goes. Top of the circle. Cuts to the slot. Tittman walks in. Tittman's shot gets blocked away by Petrosky. Unable to clear though. DeFusco. As it's jammed back out all the way down to the Valiant's end. Martinetti has it there. Martinetti off the board. She was looking for DeFusco, but it does not connect. All the way down it goes for icing. 12:57 remaining in the opening period. 0-0 Chatham and Manhattanville. Face off all the way down to the left of Taylor Elias. Almond, Black, Johnson, Siren, and Marchant. The 5 for the Cougars. Face off one to the near side half wall by the Valiants, but Almond tries to take it away unsuccessfully. Rolled to Tittman far side. Tittman, aerial pass gets out. Here comes DeFusco back the other way. DeFusco walks in, cuts to the middle. DeFusco has it poked away as it slams to the far side corner. Johnson to the point, kept alive there by the Valiants for the moment, but Johnson digs it free with help from Almond. Johnson off the boards and down. This will be an icing on the Cougars, so Black, Johnson, and Almond will have to stay on front with Marchant and Siren staying on the back end while a fresh 5 come on for the Valiants. It's Clark in the middle between Ham and Kettlewood. On the back end, it's Meredith and Howard. Almond off the face-off win. Over center red, flips it in. Johnson in on the forecheck. Johnson pressures on Howard. But she slides it along to Meredith, who loses an edge back behind. That's where the Cougars take over. Almond takes a shove back behind as she'll make her way back to her feet as the puck's cleared to the near side half wall. And walking past Siren is Ham. Ackerman gets back defensively. Ham gets around her. 2-on-2. Ham, far side circle, spinning, looking, has Howard. Howard from the right wing circle. Shot blocked again by Ackerman. Johnson tries to clear the zone, but Howard was not allowed. Howard near side to Meredith. Meredith walks in, slap shot saved by Reed with the left toe. Ricochets all the way out to Howard, far side point. Now it's Siren. Siren reverses back behind, but it was a Valiant there who takes it away. Backhander blocked by Ackerman, far side half wall. Howard to Clark. Clark, one-timer off the iron. Taken away and cleared out by Holly Ackerman. The Valiants pressuring. A post keeps us even for now. And offsides gives us a face-off with 11:24 remaining in the first. It's 0-0 Chatham and Manhattanville here in the opening frame. A lot of good chances both ways. The most recent and iron hit for the Valiants. We stay scoreless. Collins out with Delcourt now. And Schumacher. Taken by Akers. Far side corner she was looking, but she decides to drop it in the near side for Collins. Collins gets it out and chips it to the Valiant end. Martinetti couldn't get there. Schumacher wins the race to get rid of the icing. Collins looks for Akers. Unsuccessfully as it just jammed back out. Sabia to Lopes. Lopes walks in. Possible 2-on-1, but it's poked away by the defensive effort of Gray. Back behind, it's Lopes. Schumacher tries to help. Centering feed. Cleared away by Collins. Far side point. Dumped right back in. To the near side it goes. Centering feed. Shot off the shoulder of Reed. Taken by Gray. She'll skate it out. Gray gets the blue line and she'll lose the handle to Lopes, who dumps it to the line, and it's carried back in. Walking in. Sabia shot blocked away by Akers. Akers. Up for Danahy. Fiona Danahy over the line and in. Danahy, slapper, sticked away by Elias. Far side it goes. That's Sandyland. Bringing it back up the other way. Throws it into the skates of Lopes. Luckily for the Valiants, heads-up play there. Otherwise, too many skaters on the ice. DeFusco will dump this one in. Far side it rolls. Tippmann pressured by Danahy. Taken over by the Valiants for a brief moment as it's cleared out to the line by Boss, and Nash will double back to neutral ice. DeFusco into the skates of Boss, who carries it out. Boss flips it to the line and glove down by Nash, turns it over to Boss. Boss walks in, wrister blockered away by Elias. Taken back, that's Nash. Slid along and going hard down to the ice thanks to Kerry Carr was James, as it's sent back up looking for DeFusco, and it's chipped to the half wall where it's taken by Petrosky with 9:35 remaining in the first. Far side, it's Allman. Allman, outlet pass, couldn't be corralled by Maddie Black, dumped in by Nash. Back behind Katie Reed to the far side it goes. Taken there by Danielle Boss. To the line and out, nobody home at the far side point. Near side it comes to Meredith from Howard. Meredith walks into the half wall, stops up, gets it back to Tippmann. Tippmann works her way downside of the circle, shot and cleared away by Boss, breaking up the backdoor feed as coming back the other way is the speedy Ackerman one-on-one. Ackerman walks in to the backhand. Ackerman gets around her. Ackerman couldn't put it in. She tried to tuck it to the forehand, but got taken down into Elias and lost the glove in the process as the Valiants look to counter. Break up pass there by Marchant. Now it's taken by Allman. Allman flips it back into the offensive end. Ackerman and Allman to the bench. Meredith back behind. Johnson pressures. Got her first collegiate tally last weekend. Slid to the near side. To the line and out. Working back the other way is the Valiants. It's Clark. Dumping it back and it rolls to the near side corner. Taken over there by Manhattanville for a brief moment before it's taken away by Collins. Now it's Marchant trying to jam it out as it's dumped further into the zone by Clark. Kettlewood. Sharp angle shot. Blocked down. Taken now by the Valiants. Ham. Pillowitz rolls behind. Pillowitz surveys. Cuts to the slot. Pillowitz shot. And Reed gets over to get a toe on it. Couldn't cover, but it's cleaned up by Collins. Collins cleaning up the garbage in front and clears it out. Kettlewood tries to, and does get it right back in. Schumacher cancels her out. Marchant takes it away with 7:54 remaining in the first. It's taken by Pillowitz. Pillowitz near side, walking in. Ham, pressure from behind, drops it, but the whistle blows first. It was offsides with 7:49 remaining in the first. 0-0 Chatham and Manhattanville. Six-4 shots in favor of the Valiants here in the early going. One posted in the game, that went to the Valiants as well. Frederick off the far side, boards and out. Lopes retreats, but lets Sandyland pick it up in her own end. Sandylands. Far side she goes. Can't get it out as it went off the skate of Zoo. Sandyland back the other way. Sandylands to Nash. Nash surveys, walking up. Gets it along, and that's to Sabia. Amanda Sabia. Far side she goes, walking in. It's Lopes back in front, and Zoo couldn't get a stick on it. Taken by Johnson. Helped out and given to Allman. Allman backhand feed broken up by Zoo. Zoo works her way into the near side, loses the handle as it rolls off the toe of her stick. To the line, Johnson can't get it out. Nash was able to hold it. Thrown in deep. To the near side corner it rolls. Clark to Lopes. Lopes, center and feed, broken up. That was by Akers. Akers Back behind with 6:50 remaining in the first. Far side, Brooke Almond. Almond can't get it out. Zoo works in. Possible 2-on-1 from the circles. Poked away, though, by Akers. Now it's Black. Jamming it near side half wall. Sabia there. Sabia stops up in the corner. Sabia surveys near side point Meredith. Meredith to the far side. It's Howard. Howard walks in. Passes it down low to Zoo. Zoo back to Howard. Howard one-timer blocked away by Almond. 6:23 remaining in the first. Center and feed sticked away by Reed. Cleared to the line and out by Almond. Allowing a fresh 4 at least to get on for the Cougars. Akers the lone defender to stay on. Meredith walks in. Meredith wrist shot gloved away and back behind by Reed. And Akers gets slammed into the end boards. Taken by Danielle Boss though. She wheels back behind. Danielle Boss gets around one. Flips it to the line. It takes a hop and rolls out. But that's where it's picked up by Tippmann. She collides with Collins as it ricochets to DeFusco back in neutral ice. DeFusco works her way back to the defensive end. Surveys. Near side Meredith she comes. Meredith works her way up. And now bringing in is Tippmann. Dumps it in. Rolls far side corner. Petrosky the first one there. Petrosky slides it to the half wall. That's where DeFusco intercepts. Wrist one in on goal. Reed gets it. Rebound still there. Reed pounces down on it after a few attempts and will finally get the whistle. In a defensive zone draw coming for the Cougars with 5:29 remaining in the first, a scoreless game between Manhattanville and Chatham. Last 3 meetings, and 3 of the 4 overall are 1-goal affairs between these two squads. Collins will take the draw for the Chatham. It's won by the Cougars. Petrosky from the corner to Collins on the half wall. Collins near side to Carr. Carrie Carr couldn't get it out, but Danielle Boss will. Dump back along, Carr. Far side she goes. Doesn't connect to Danahy. It goes to Clark of the Valiants, who turns it over to Collins. Collins ran into her own teammate, but keeps the play going. Collins walks in. Collins wrister denied by Elias. Taken now by Carr. Carr, sharp angle shot blocked away. Carr tries again blocked down. The captain, Pillowitz, works her way back in. Pillowitz, wrist one far side, but it's broken up off the stick of Schumacher, but jammed back in. Thanks to Kettlewood. Back behind it's Siren. Under 5 to play in the opening quarter. Or period, I should say. As this one's jammed back towards the line as it's stuck in the skate of Clark. Now it's Pillowitz walking in. Pillowitz cuts it wide. Pillowitz stops up, retreats to Clark. Clark draped over by Schumacher. Gets to Pillowitz. Shot blocked again by Holly Ackerman. At least her 4th block here of the opening period. Slid to Ackerman. Ackerman walks in. Gets it along to Schumacher. Into the attacking end she goes. Schumacher shot gloved away by Elias. It's taken again by Ackerman. Centers one. Schumacher couldn't get there. Meredith back the other way. Schumacher fell down. Meredith to Sabia. Amanda Sabia walks in. Sabia stops up. Centering feed. And just out of the reach of Ham. Lopes to Ham. Ham. Power move out. And it's taken away by Boyle off the ricochet. Boyle to the line, but not out. Second effort, Siren gets to the line, but Lopes kept it alive that time. Sits in the skates of Sabia. Sabia's shot would not go as it ricochets back behind. Looked like it hit the corner post. Shot blocked again by Siren. Now it's Meredith walking in. Shot blocked again by the Cougars. Cleared to the line, but not out, and Boyle will get it once again out with help from Ackerman. It's Meredith, or make that Howard right back into the attacking end. Slides one. Lopes. Now Howard. Poked out by a sliding Boyle. Schumacher will skate to it with DeFusco. Schumacher comes away with it. Riley Schumacher in the near side corner. The rest of her team changing. Slides it far side. Will head off herself as Black picks it up to Johnson. Johnson to Gray. Gray half slapper blocked down. And Johnson's second effort ricochets back behind him. Pops back in front to Howard. Now Lopes. Kept alive by Allman. Allman works her way in. Allman to Black. Black backhander denied by Elias. Rebound. Black sends it back behind. Gray pinches in. She'll keep the play alive for the moment. On the half wall, Gray one-hands it. Taken away. Kept at the line by Johnson. Johnson off the boards and off of Allman down below the goal line. 2:44 remaining in the first. Meredith near side corner from Howard. Meredith works her way back in. Stretch pass off the stick of Akers. Gray picks it up in her own end. Gray fans on a backhand clearing attempt. Center feed broken up by Akers. Now it's Allman. Back the other way she rolls. Brooke Allman over center red. Pressure coming from behind. She'll dump it in. Allman in on the forecheck. The rest of her mates changing as a fresh four coming out for the Cougars. Lofted back along and coming back the other way and bringing it into the attacking end is Tippmann. Tippmann canceled out. Allman back to neutral ice. 2:07 remaining in the first. Far side, Pilowitz. Walking in, Pilowitz down the far side, the defensive captain. Dumps it in where it's taken by the Cougars. Petrosky to the half wall, but not out as it was knocked down with a glove of a Valiant. Went to Zoo, so hand pass is the call with 1:56 remaining in the first. Nothing between Chatham and Manhattanville. Face off in front of the Chatham bench. Danahy, Carr, Collins. Collins wins the draw against Janet Zoo. Taken by Martinetti. Martinetti dumps it in deep. Taken there by Danielle Boss. Back behind it's Petrosky to Boss. Boss with 1:44 remaining in the period. Martinetti keeps it alive. Rolled back behind. Now it's going to be Petrosky skating to it. Petrosky looks for Danahy. Eludes her all the way back. Taken by Pilowitz. Intercepted off the stick of Collins, but it rolls to Tippmann, who goes back far side to the captain, Pilowitz. 1:27 remaining in the first. Jammed in, and avoiding that one was the linesman on the far side. Puck squirts free back behind. Canceled out by Boss. Rolled to the near side. Taken there by Zoo. Draped over by Ackerman and Carr digs it free. Carr can't get around Meredith, but a minute defender walks in. Meredith, backdoor pass broken up by the Cougars. Petrosky and Schumacher back the other way. Schumacher gets to center red. Tries to muscle her way further along, but Tippmann cancels her out. Backhand feed connects. That's to Howard. Howard, stretch pass off the skate into the near side. It's James. James has it poked off her stick to Meredith. Meredith on the half wall back to James. Siren cancels out. Puck rolls far near side corner. Now to the far side. It's taken by Marchand along to Schumacher. Schumacher has Delcourt up ahead and will rip one into the near side corner. Delcourt in on the forecheck. 30 remaining in the opening period. A back and forth affair between Chatham and Manhattanville, scoreless so far. It's Howard skating to it behind Taylor Elias. Howard works back the other way. Taken away by Brooke Allman, though. Allman loses the handle to Howard. And it's dumped back in, and icing is the call. 11 seconds remaining in the opening period. We're scoreless between Chatham and Manhattanville. Chatham 0-4 lifetime against the Valiants, but the last 3 one-goal games, including 2 1-0 games last year. A lot of action going on. 2 games getting started underway at 2 Newman at Lebanon Valley. Number 3 Elmira at Utica. A 1 o'clock game was William Smith at Nazareth. Kings against Santa Maria non-conference, and Post and Wilkes in non-conference as well. A look around the UCHC as Chatham and Manhattanville deadlocked at nothing. One last chance with 4 seconds left. Allman centers one. Shot just goes wide on the near side. That's Chatham. A great opportunity as the horn sounds for Maddie Black. But after one, it's 0-0 Chatham Manhattanville. History tends to repeat itself, and it's seeming to be that way so far today. We're scoreless after one. It's 2 games in 1 period right now of shutout hockey for Taylor Elias. I do believe she played both meetings last year to end the year. As walking in is the Valiants. That was Sabia as she loses it. Is brought back by Boss. Sabia on the far side. Wrapped back behind Katie Reed, the sophomore, her first start of the year. And Reed will pounce out to the side of the cage to hang on to that one. So a whistle just 21 seconds into period number 2. Face off to the left of the netminder, Katie Reed.
Oh, it's like I don't know what it is.
Seems like
Hair tie, maybe?
edge in the ice. A little rough being cleaned back up as the face-off is taken by the Cougars. Petrosky tries to clear unsuccessfully. Howard off the glass into the skates of Petrosky. Taken over, centered, in front. Wrist shot goes wide, glove side of Katie Reed. Back in the near side corner, near side point. Howard can't hold the line. All the way down it goes. Near side corner, Meredith pressured. As trying to dig it free for the Cougars appears to be Fiona Danahy. It pops free, taken there by Meredith. Roll to the far side, pointed out. Siren jams it right back in for the Cougars. Marchant back below the goal line it goes. As my memory was a little bit deceiving after regathering my thoughts or taking a look, it was Elias shutting out the Cougars in the second game, not the first one in the last meeting of the year between these two squads to end their seasons, as this one's dumped in by Marchant. So right now it's a 80-minute shutout streak for Taylor Elias. Still nothing to sneeze at as this one's kicked to the near side. That's where it's taken over by the Valiants. It's Howard. Pass, Almond, and back out she goes. James takes the shoulder by Marchant, and that will draw a penalty. The first one of the game goes to the sophomore captain, Ashley Marchant. So Chatham will have their work cut out for them here in the early stages of period number 2. Just a minute 52 into the second. Ashley Marchant gets the gate. Face off to the left of Reed. Collins will take it. It's one to the far side half wall. Body check is the call on Marchant. That's clean on the men's side, which these two teams are doling up in New York. The men's and women's Manhattanville and Chatham, or the men's Manhattanville and Chatham teams, they were 1-1 after one, as this one's taken on the far side. That's Howard. Howard has Meredith near side point. Walks the line, wrists one back door, and getting a stick on it and pushing it wide was Ham. Akers picks it up, slams it past Howard all the way down. Foot race between the speedy Meredith and the speedy Collins. Collins tangles up back behind, takes the puck away. 20 seconds, or 1:20 remaining here in the man advantage as it's slid up. That's to Ham. Ham walks in on Boss. Ham stops up, surveys. Ham near side, points to Fusco. DeFusco to Pilowitz, back to Ham. Ham backdoor pass, shot off the pad of Reed by Zoo. Lofted along, that was by Boss. It goes to Zoo though. Ham walks around Collins. Ham has it poked away, gets it back and puts it off the toe of Reed. And it kicks to the corner. Now to the point. Pilowitz couldn't get it. Slid back down by our own teammate Ham all the way back below the goal line. It's Taylor Elias there. 40 seconds remaining on the power play. 16:44 in the period. It's Tippmann. Near side pass. That's the captain Lopes. Lopes walking in. Lopes slides one along, doesn't connect. Gray picks it up. Gray jams it off the glass, but not out. Kept on the half ball. Now it's Lopes. Lopes walked in, half slapper off the glass back behind. Gray has it there. Loses it to Zoo. 15 remaining on the power play. Back behind. Zoo surveys. Near side Lopes. Lopes. Far side she goes to the captain. That's Pilowitz. Back to Lopes. Lopes, the other captain, puts one on. The blocker saved by Reed. Rebound rattles back behind as the penalty expires to Marchant. She'll head straight into the play. Shot goes wide. Far side, Marchant picks it up and slides it out all the way down. This will be icing unless Ackerman can beat it out. And it does not look like she'll have enough gas left to do so. So Chatham will have to run a shift right now with 3 defenders on the ice and 2 forwards with 15:57 remaining in period number 2. Petrosky played both last season. See if she's the one to slide up. Seems like a little bit of confusion for the Cougars as the puck slid to the near side. That was easy enough for me to get out as the Cougars get the puck out. It's jammed in by Ackerman, allowing the Cougars to bring on a full sail change as regrouping in their own end is the Valiants. Taken away by Carr. Carr into the skates of Danny. Danny turning shot denied by Elias. Rolled to the near side. Reverse back to the far side. It's Martinetti. Martinetti dumps it out, and it's a 1-on-3 from center red. Pass to the near side. Too far for James. The Cougars get a break as it's jammed to the near side half wall. Sandy Lance has it there. Taken on the backhand and slid to the point. One-timer by Clark. Kicked away by the blocker of Reed. Sandy Lance again. Back behind she rolls. Sandy Lance. Just under 5 minutes expired in the second period. Martinetti walks in. Martinetti rolls back below the goal line. Stops up behind. Collins pressures. Dug out there by Frederick. Frederick Off the glass with a flip past the swinging stick of James and cleared back down to the Valiant's end. That's where it's picked up by Fusco. Gets Sandylands on the near side. Sandylands to the line and out. And it will be jammed in by James. Change coming here for the Valiants. Siren loses it in her skates and has to double back for it. Goes to Carr off the boards, bang past Collins. Tries to backhand it out unsuccessfully. Now Carr tries to muscle it free. 14:22 remaining here in period number 2. Howard loves it down to her stick. Off a body of Carr to the corner it rolls. Back out in front. Loeb shot off a stick deflects back to the far side corner. Taken there by Ham. Ham on the half wall into the skates of Collins. Now Allman knocked down. And it's brought back the other way. Turnover in front. Walks in. Shot catches the glass. As it stays even. Marchand backs it. She'll take her player down, and another penalty on the Cougar captain, Ashley Marchand. So for the second time today, Ashley Marchand will head to the penalty box. Her team tied right now. Marchand had one minor last evening as well, so 3 penalties so far on the weekend for the Cougar captain. Face off one by the Valiants. Near side, Lopes. Lopes surveys. Another check and call here on Marchand. Far side it goes. Walks in, shot kicked away by Reed. Cleared away on the rebound by Black, and into the second effort's blocked away. Reed gets a piece of that one as it's knocked to the corner by her stick. Zoo to Lopes. Lopes, far side, walking in. Sabia's pass doesn't connect. She was looking for Tipman. It rolls to Lopes on the half wall. 30 seconds gone. One-timer by Pillowet side. Rebound would not go. It slid through the blue paint and cleared out by Ackerman. A huge break for the Cougars. Manhattanville could sniff a 1-0 lead, but it did not come. To the near side it goes. It's Lopes walking in. Lopes centering feed. All the way to the corner it rolls. Tipman with 1:10 remaining on the power play. Looking for their second kill of the game is the Cougars. It's Zoo. Pressured by Boss. Goes back behind. Centering feed. Broken up. Ackerman from one knee gets to the line, but Pillowetz keeps it alive. Far side it goes. Zoo now to Pillowetz. Pillowetz walks in. Fires. Blocked by Ackerman. Holly Ackerman putting her body and stick in front of the rubber all afternoon. Near side it comes. Lopes. Back door. Tipman. Tipman shot pad saved by Katie Reed. Rebound cleared to the corner by Boss. Howard on the half wall. Gets it along. Walking in Tipman. Tipman slides to the right wing circle. 30 remaining. Tired unit on for the Cougars. Broken up by Boss. And down to one knee. Ackerman slides it out. And Ackerman will hustle. Looking to go to the bench inside. Instead gets back into play. And Chatham gets a break. An offside call here as the Valiants were changing so they can bring out a fresh 4. A save by Reed on Pillowetz. The rebound somehow, someway stayed out. Jamming it in from the near side, it looked like, but it would not go. But Chatham gets a big break here. We're even still nearing the halfway mark of the game. Akers flips it down off the face-off wins. Collins pressures. That's Howard. 14 seconds remaining on the power play. Collins continues to pressure. Collins, again, trying to dig it free unsuccessfully. Taken, though, by DeFusco as the minor to Marchand ends. She'll head to the bench. She's replaced by Danahy. Back the other way comes Ham. Has Clark with her. Ham tries a toe drag. Poked away. Gets it back to Clark. Shot blocked by Cassandra Gray. Reversed back behind by Adele Clark. It's taken now by Collins. Collins carries it along. Collins around a couple and gets it out. Here comes Collins. Center red dumping. She wants a change and will get one. Replacing her is Maddie Black. Far side corner it rolls. It's Ham pressured by Carr from behind. Tries to walk up the middle and does. Ham to the near side now. DeFusco walking in. DeFusco around Gray, but it's taken by Marchand, who jams it off the glass and off the hands of Danahy, but not out. Danahy gets it to the line, kept alive there by Ham. Ham walks in. Ham surveys, rolls to the corner, pressured by Marchand. Now it's taken by Maddie Black. Slid in front, all the way down the ice it rolls, sent down by the Valiants. So no icing. Chatham can bring out a fresh partial unit as Carr goes to the bench with Gray replaced by Johnson and Siren. Backhand pass the other way. Here comes Sabia. Down the far side. Sabia can't get around Siren. Johnson and Zoo collide as the puck rolls to the circle. Jammed away by Allman. Sent up by Johnson on the tape of Allman. Allman one-hands it around Nash, and here comes Allman back the other way. And Allman's hauled down, and the Cougars get their first power play of the afternoon. A great individual effort there by the freshman. Brooke Allman will draw the minor, and the Cougars head to the power play at the with 10:24 remaining in period number 2. Brooke Allman chipping her around, keeping her legs moving, drawing the penalty. And the Cougars to the power play as Sandylands heads to the sin bin. Martinetti off the face-off win to Pilouettes. Pilouettes to the line. Marchand holds the line. Marchand loses the handle on as it slides to the blue line and carried out by Lopes. Lopes back the other way on Boss. Pilouettes joins the rush. Pilouettes gets it. Drop pass. Backdoor. Shot off the shoulder of Reed. Marchand with 10 minutes remaining, period number 2, 1:35 on the power play. Draped over from behind by Lopes. Drops it to Boss. Has Collins near side. Comes that way. Collins from her skate to her stick. Walks in. Sydney Collins stops up. Collins to the line. Marchand. Marchand wrists one. Deflected down wide by Carr. Carr to Frederick. Now to Boss. Boss to Marchand. Back to Boss. Boss walks in. Boss wrists her. And getting a piece of it with the glove is Elias. Collins tries to center, jammed in front. Puck still loose, pops back to Marchand. Marchand to Boss, but no! It eludes her stick all the way back out to neutral ice. Frederick to the bench. Replaced by Allman. Collins brings it in to Carr. Carr looks for Collins, doesn't connect. To the point it goes to Marchand. Marchand down to Collins. Collins, wrister, denied by Elias. Rebound. Allman couldn't get there, and it's carried back out by DeFusco. She flips one along into neutral ice. Boss, near side, Brooke Allman now. Allman will carry it in. Carr cutting down the slot. Allman doubles back, 30 seconds remaining on the power play. Danielle Boss back to Brooke Allman. Allman looks for a pinching in Boss, does not connect. As Boss can't keep it alive, but Akers will. Avoids the stick of black, sent all the way back down, wide of Reed. DeFusco, the first one there, 12 remaining on the power play. DeFusco slides it to the corner. Allman tries to take it away unsuccessfully. Back behind, it is Allman. And a penalty coming on Akers, and she shoved DeFusco down to the ice as the penalty to Sandylands expires. So a power play coming for Manhattanville just after the Cougars fail on their first opportunity of the evening. So for the third time this period, Chatham will be shorthanded. Ackerman wins the draw cleanly back to Marchand. Cleared out, that's by Siren. She slams it down in on Elias, who comes out to play it. Back pedals behind the goal, sets it up for Meredith. Already 15 gone on the power play. Far side pass to Ham. Off the skates of Black, back into the Valiant's end. Meredith. Near side. Howard stretches it far side to Ham into the attacking end. She comes. Around Siren, she goes down. No call will come. The Valiants want a penalty, but they don't get one. As David Turco very upset as Reed snags the Howard attempt out of the air. We stay scoreless, 7:43 remaining in the second, 1:20 remaining on the minor to Akers. David Turco has a gripe, looked like a clear trip on Siren, but the Cougars get a break and won't go down 5-on-3. Manhattanville already on their third power play of the period. Boss tries to pin it in against the boards. Far side point it goes. Howard down low. Clark to Howard. Howard, wrist shot deflected to the near side and never got through to Katie Reed. Meredith, half wall, Looking for Ham, doesn't connect. Rolls back behind to Clark, who goes to Ham in the near side corner. Ham walks off the corner. Ham, cross ring, broken up by Carr as it deflects back behind. Howard jams it to the near side corner from the far side. 42 remaining on the power play. Far side point. Howard, one touch. Meredith back to Howard, trying to set up the one-timer. Couldn't take it cleanly. Wrist shot goes wide and ricochets back to the near side point. Meredith has it there. Walks in. Far side, Howard. Howard down to the corner with a pass to Ham. The slap pass was received and it's wrapped back behind as Ham drops it off to Howard. Howard, backhand pass. Ham walks in. Ham shot blocked away by Carr into the netting and out of play. 17 seconds remaining on the minor for tripping to Dina Akers. As Chatham looking for their third kill of the period. Face off to the left of right of Reed, I should say. It's won by the Cougars. Siren clears it near side. Marchand catches up, slides to the point. Lopes keeps it alive. The leading scorer for the Valiants. Taken far side. Sabia to Lopes. Lopes loses the handle but gets it back. Turns it over and here comes Black shorthanded. Maddie Black, as the penalty expires, has a step. Black backhander goes wide. Couldn't see if she got a toe on it or not. Has Maddie Black the best opportunity of the period for the Cougars. As this one's cleared back out to neutral ice, jam back towards the Valiant end. Tippmann, far side. Almond skates towards it, Pilouettes clears it out. And sent along, here comes Zoo. Zoo walking in, Zoo. Draped over by the Cougars, Johnson. Johnson off the half wall and unable to get it out past Martinetti. Martinetti wrister deflected down in front, slid to the far side at Zoo. 5:45 remaining in the second. In front, center feed, broken up by Marchand. Back to the corner it goes. Sent back below. Taken there by Tippmann. Tippmann rolls it back behind. That's Lopes. Getting it from Sabia. Centering feed. Tippmann fans on it. Bounces to the near side. Marchand off the boards and carried out by Grace Johnson. Johnson over center red. Works her way in. Johnson has Marchand with her. Marchand on the backhand. Marchand backhander would not go. Taken by Brooke Allman. Allman slap shot goes ricocheting to the far side. Ackerman there. Holly Ackerman leads the team in goals with 4. In front, shot denied by Elias. Second effort. Turnaround shot would not go. As Allman again flirting with her first career goal. Gray now near side point. Gray winds up. Slap shot deflected wide by Ackerman. As we've reached 5 minutes remaining in the second. Chatham getting some life after the kill. Frederick keeps it alive, pinching in from the far side point. Slid back there, Johnson home to keep it alive. Johnson half slapper blocked down. Almond, now Frederick, turning shot, down in front, backhander, no! Elias denies Ackerman. Past the glove of Gray all the way down, Frederick has it. Flips it back out, glove down by Tippmann. Off of Ackerman, back towards Martinetti. 4:30 remaining in the second. Stretch pass, tipped into the Cougar end. Frederick skates to it. Frederick off the glass. Ackerman helps it out, goes to Allman. Brooke Allman back the other way. Allman toe drag, gets around one. Allman loses the handle. Once again showing off the nice hands, kept alive by Ackerman. Centering shot denied by the glove of Taylor Elias. 4:07 remaining here in period number 2. Chatham bringing the pressure here in the second. Trying to break the goose egg this weekend. Face off one, Carrie Carr on the backhand. Backhander blocked down in front. Meredith battles on the boards. Carr digs it free. Carr tries to center to Schumacher. Rolled to the near side, Adele Clark. Clark can't get it out past Collins, but it will be Kettlewood doing so. Taken by Jenny Petrosky. She'll lead the rush. Petrosky, Schumacher walking in. Schumacher backhander back below the goal line off the end boards. Collins tries to take it unsuccessfully. Second effort, it's cleared to the line and back in by Boss. Flip to the middle, that's where it's taken over by Meredith. Back the other way she comes. 3:30 remaining in the second. Near side pass, Kettlewood offsides the call here on the near side. As the Valiants a step ahead of the play. 3:27 remaining in period number 2. Nothing, Chatham and Manhattanville. Neutral zone face-off. Black, Johnson, Allman. The three up down for the Cougars as they win the draw. Marchand to Siren. Siren near side. Brooke Allman. Allman walking in. Allman slap shot block. It's in Pilowitz. And Allman makes a beeline right to Pilowitz, hoping that puck would fall down as it was pinned up in her equipment. And an offensive zone draw coming for the Cougars. Black, Allman, Johnson, Siren, and Marchand. Martignetti, Ham, Pilowitz, along with Zoo. As the Cougars keep as this one's wristed along by Marchand in front, sliding along with Pilowitz. Taken there by Maddie Black. Black tries to center. Second effort. Johnson jams at it, but it's broken up. As the Sirens, or the Valiants come back the other way. James pressures as Marchand moves it along. Taken by Ham. Ham loses it. That's the Brooke Allman, but Ham gets it back. Stepped into her with Siren. As it's sent in, Zoo walks in. Shot denied by Katie Reed. As it's rolled back behind Marchand. She'll pressure. Zoo surveys from the far side corner. She goes back behind, gets it back. Zoo walks in. Zoo shot denied by Reed. Rebound cleared to the near side point by Allman. Extended shift for this unit of the Cougars, but Allman takes it away, flips to the line, and not out. Backhanded to the near side corner. That's where Siren has it. Manhattanville changing on the offensive end. Some tired Cougars on the ice. Marchand turns it over, back behind, center and feed. Shot blocked up in the air, denied. Rebound pushed wide by Meredith. To the point it goes. Howard, far side. James has it now. Marchand without a stick. Howard walks in. Shot blocked by Allman. It's taken out by Meredith. Jam back behind. Siren needs to get a clear. She'll jam it to the near side. Loose glove on the ice. I believe it belongs to a Cougar. As this one's put in on Reed, and she'll hang on a much-needed whistle for the Cougars. With 1:41 remaining here in the second, nothing, Chatham and Manhattanville. The glove of Allman is returned. Reed sticks return so Marchand can get hers back. And a fresh five on the ice for Chatham. Collins, Carr, Ackerman, Gray, and Akers. As Danahy being replaced on this shift, face-offs won by the Valiants. Low shot blocked by Carey Carr. As it goes sailing out of play, and we'll do it again. Ackerman's turn on the draw. It's pushed where it's taken by Carr. Carr slides it. Collins back the other way. Plays 1-2-on-1 for the Cougars. Walking in. Collins shot sticks away by Elias. Taken now by Gray. Jams it to Ackerman. Ackerman walks off the boards. Ackerman shot denied by Elias. And Taylor Elias hangs on. 1:20 remaining in the second. Marchand and Boss coming out. Along with Allman. So they'll go Boss, Marchand, Carr, Allman, and Collins. A unique, or never mind, not so unique as it was a delayed penalty, not see that much. So a power play unit coming out for Chatham here. As the minor goes against Howard of the Valiants. Sabia against Collins. Sabia wins it and it's cleared all the way down on Katie Reed. Taken by Danielle Bosch. She works back behind, gets to Ashley Marchand. Marchand. Stretch pass. Connects Collins. Walking in. Sydney Collins the handle. Steps back down the ice. To the near side corner. Katie Reed comes out to play. 55 seconds remaining here. Period number 2. 1:30 remaining on the Chatham power play. Marchand will lead the rush up. Bank pass doesn't connect with Collins. And Pilowitz just run into the skates of Marchand and July. At center at Marchand. Gets it to Carr. Carr walks in. Here comes Carey Carr. Carr centers one through the blue paint back to Allman. Allman Now it's Collins in the corner. Dug free by Brooke Allman. Allman settles it down. Brooke Allman back behind Allman. Stuff attempt. And as it ricochets back to her, Allman. Backdoor feed. Collins wrist shot denied by Elias. Collins just couldn't grip it and rip it there. Had to settle the bouncing puck. Otherwise, that might have been 1-0 Chatham. But Collins had to settle it down, giving Taylor Elias enough time to slide over and make the save. With 17.5 remaining in the second, 57 seconds on the power play. Collins stationing Allman back to her left. And now just sliding down into the dot. It's sent that way. Taken by Collins. She tries to slide one in front, but it goes off the hand of Boss on the far side corner. Off the boot of Boss. With 6 on the clock. Taken and thrown in front. Sticked away. Rebound. Collins. Backhander goes high. And the horn sounds. And a similar script is once again being written between Manhattanville and Chatham. Allman, Boss, and Marchant, the 5 trying to get the party started with 40 seconds remaining on the power play. Marchant lugs it in. Ashley Marchant stops up, surveys. Marchant to the point and pass Collins all the way down on this fresh ice. It's a foot race. Lopes looks like she'll get there. Lopes, shot denied by Katie Reed. Almond turns it over. That's the Sabia. 20 seconds now remaining on the Chatham power play. Off the stick of Carr, far side. Boss jams it off the glove of Grace Johnson. It appears to be on the Cougar bench. So we'll take it in deep to the left of Katie Reed with 12 seconds left remain on this power play. 19:31 remaining in the third. Shots now evened up at 24 apiece. Turnover. Here comes Carr back the other way. One-on-one with Martinetti. Carr stops up, looks for reinforcements. They come in the form of Collins. Collins backhander denied by Taylor Elias. As Taylor Elias was able to stop the backhand attempt by Sydney Collins. Fresh 5 each side. Zoo, Howard, along with Meredith, Clark, and Ham. Ackerman, Danahy, Schumacher, Akers, and Frederick. Face off, one back cleanly, but all the way back to neutral ice. Akers to Frederick. Frederick works her way in. Frederick into the attacking end. She rolls, dumped back below the goal line. It's taken over there. That's by the Valiants. They'll stretch it out to Clark. Clark back the other way. Has trouble as she crosses center red. Just turns back and dumps it in. Schumacher near side races for it and has it with some help from Frederick as the puck's now pinned against the boards in the corner. Pops free. Clark picks it up there. A Valiant on the ground as Schumacher tries to dig it free. Now Frederick takes the shoulder down to the ice as Zoo makes her way back to her free. Frederick's toppled up over as Schumacher tries to dig it free, and Zoo will. Jam back behind with 18:27 remaining in the third. Slid to the point, it's Howard. Howard off the half wall to Zoo. Zoo around Akers. Zoo backdoor feed. Shot getting a piece of it was Reed. Howard. Now it's Clark. Clark to Ham. Ham's shot goes sailing wide. Far side half wall. It's taken over there by Tippmann. Off the body of Akers. Akers helps it forward. Danahy gets it out as she muscles her way to the line. Howard flips it. Meredith poked away by Schumacher, but it goes right back to Howard as Schumacher was trying to bust in. Here comes Howard back the other way. Howard winds up, denied by Reed. Rebound slid to the far side half wall, and Allman clears the zone. Head coach Mike O'Grady wants a call. None will come as Allman took a ride into the half wall. As this one's taken by Meredith. Meredith backhander blocked by Allman. Far side point is Nash. Nash works her way to the half wall. Backhander below the goal line. Petrosky tries to get there unsuccessfully. Roll to the near side point. Sliding over is Meredith. Unable to keep the zone. Schumacher muscles her way along. As she'll fall to the ice, Meredith dumps it in. Partial change for the Cougars as it's taken by Boss back behind. She rolls to the near side. Boss off the glass, but not out. Nash kept it, walks down to the half wall. Nash Pinned against the boards with Danielle Boss fishing the puck free is Tippmann. Rolls back behind. Now it's taken by Boss again. Boss off the glass. Now it's Nash. Nash walks the line and it's jammed back down by Madison Black. Black works her way back the other way. Black chips it around Nash and will get it on the forecheck. Sandy Lands has it in her own end. Maddie Black still pressuring. Stretch pass intercepted by Allman. Allman walks down the slot. Allman to the backhand. Allman backhander denied by Elias. Allman takes it again. Allman starting to come into her own here in the third weekend of the year or third full weekend, I guess I should say. Fourth weekend of the year for the Cougars women's team. As this one's taken and dumped along by Siren. 16:05 remaining in the third. It's Zoo. Poked away by Siren. Collins slides it off. Siren off the boards. Didn't have center red. This would be icing, but they are going to wave it off instead. Lopes circles far side. Johnson was pressuring. She comes back to the near side with a pass to Martinetti. Martinetti up the middle. Turns it over to Johnson. Now it's Stanley turning shot deflected back behind. Taken there by Collins. Collins to Marchand. Marchand rips one block down. Back to Marchand. Marchand wrister again blocked. That time by Lopes, the leading scorer, who's slowly making her way to the Valiant's bench. Collins slides one far side half wall. Carr can't get there, but Collins keeps it alive for a brief moment. Cleared back out. Siren pinches up to take it away from Hammond. Dump it right back in. Pillowitz, near side Martinetti. Martinetti, stretch pass. Connects. Kicked in. That's by Stabio, who took a swing at Marchand. Taken by Gray, who goes down to her knee, but keeps the play moving for a moment. Pinned up against the boards. Puck pops free. Taken by the Valiants. Sabia surveys. Far side corner to the far side point. Slid to the near side point. Shot blocked and never got through to Reed. Collins carries it back the other way. Collins gets the center red. Collins working her way in. Dumps it in deep. Carr in on the forecheck. The rest of her teammates changing. Besides Gray. Cleared back out. Neutral ice. Gray sends it into the adjacent corner on the far side off the half wall first. Howard pressured by Ackerman, the Cougars' leading goal scorer. Flip back along. Taken now and jammed all the way down the ice, and it is going to be icing on Manhattanville with 14:25 remaining in period number 3. And Manhattanville had a late game last night as well against Lebanon Valley and had to make the trip from Hershey in the historic Hershey Park Arena up to Pittsburgh for this contest at 3:40 today. So either way you put it, coming over through the night or coming in the morning, a rough go of it to physically for Manhattanville, having to be on a bus to either the early hours in the morning or getting up early to make the trip here and playing straight off a bus. This one's walked out, backhander denied by Reed. 14:07 remaining in the period. DeFusco slap shot goes up and over. Taken by Petrosky, wrapped far side. Schumacher chips it to the line but not out. Slid down, taken by Boss. Boss will flip it out, and Danielle Boss will go after it. Boss wins the race, chips it in, and gets in on the forecheck. Danielle Boss pinching in, trying to get the offense going. Ackerman keeps it alive on the half wall. Holly Ackerman thrown down to the ice as the puck's cleared back out to neutral ice. Spinning around there was James. Allman takes it away. Allman, far side, Petrosky, backhand feed to Johnson. Johnson chips it towards the Valiant end. Carrying it into the Valiant end is James as she retreated back to her own end. Stretch pass off the stick of Zoo. Goes to Marchand. Marchand slides one along. Jam back in deep, walking in behind the defense and hauled down. Looks like we might have a penalty shot. No, as it looks like we're just getting a normal penalty on Brooke or Isabella Siren. As Manhattanville, for the fourth time today, will head to the power play. First time this period. We saw the penalty shot for Ackerman yesterday. We do not get one here, as Chatham will look for another kill. Perfect so far on the PK. Starts with a black face-off win and a Marchand dump attempt kept alive. Far side Lopes. Near side Pillowitz. Pillowitz in front, deflected up over Katie Reed. Jammed back along. Reed already does have a shutout to her name. Pillowitz walks the line. Down to the half wall it goes. Zoo Centering feed, back in front. Lopes, shot denied by Reed, and she hangs on. And a big avail from the Cougar bench on that stop by Katie Reed, the sophomore. 1:37 remaining on the power play, 12:50 in the game, barring overtime. Collins to take the draw. Face off, tied up, taken back to the near side point. The captain, Pilouettes. Far side she goes to the other captain, Lopes. One-timer blocked by Collins. Near side, Pilouettes walks in, stops up, slides one into the legs of Akers, and Akers gets the clear. 1:15 remaining here on the power play. 12:20 in the period. Pilouettes around Collins. Collins has to get back defensively as Pilouettes walks in. Only through three Cougars in the defensive zone. Lopes walks in. Lopes hits the glass back behind Reed. Under a minute remaining on the power play now. Sabia. Pilouettes walks in. Pilouettes fakes the shot. Now toe drag backhand pass to Lopes. Lopes through the box off the hop. It's taken by Sabia. Sabia on the half wall. Sabia leaves it. Lopes. Lopes swinging in. Wheeling back behind, centering feed, sticked away by Reed, and the puck up on edge, almost makes its way up, but Tittman kept it alive. Jam back behind, wrapping to where it's taken by Sabia. Slid to Meredith, near side point, 25 remaining on the power play. Petrosky pokes it free for a moment. Sabia wheels into the slot, stops up, Sabia to Meredith. Meredith shot denied by Reed, big rebound, Lopes couldn't handle it. Lopes to Meredith, just holds the line. Back to Lopes, far side point. Lopes, wrister, deflected off the stick of Reed. 5 seconds remaining on the power play. Now 3. Chatham has been only able to get one clear, and they'll get the kill. Meredith draped all over, back to even strength, but the Valiant still pressuring. Centering feed, sharp angle. Reed denies it and pounces on the rebound as Sabia was trying to dig it free from a sharp angle. 11 minutes remaining, period number 3, 0-0. Chatham, Manhattanville, another kill by the Cougars. Their 4th kill of the game. Clark directing orders as they break from a brief conclave at the top of the left wing circle. Faced off is one, but it's one to the far side, vacated point. That's where Almond takes it and brings it back the other way. The slick-handed freshman dishes it off to Black, who backhands one wide back behind. Gray to Allman, who's pinned against the end boards, but spins out and keeps it going to Gray. Gray, slapper off the end boards, banks off the side of the cage, back behind. Now it's Brooke Allman again on the half wall. Allman flips one, glove down by Elias. She drops it, but is able to cover it back up for a defensive zone draw with 10:32 remaining in the third. – 109 minutes and 28 seconds of shutout hockey for Taylor Elias against the Chatham Cougars. This one's won, but turned over. Backhands one. Further along, Black helps it into the corner where it's taken by Martinetti. Up the middle she comes. Martinetti slides it to Ham. Had to reach back for it into the attacking end. Ham walks in. Ham slides one. Broken up, and Reed covers it up as Clark was lurking down the slot. 10-11 now remaining in the third. Chatham and Manhattanville both bring out a fresh 5. Collins, Carr, and Danahy, Siren and Marchand, Pilouettes, and Martinetti with Zoo, Kettlewood, and Tittman. Face-off won by the Cougars. It's Siren to Marchand. Marchand, the outlet to Collins, who gets it out of the defensive end, but it slid right back in. Onside play for the Valiants. And Forge jam back out. That's where Pilouettes has it. Turns it over to Siren. Now it's Danahy. Danahy can't corral it cleanly. It goes to Zoo. Zoo to Kettlewood. Kettlewood walks in. Kettlewood wrist shot the flex wide. Siren to Collins, now to Carr. Carry Carr. Tries to carry it out. Loses the handle. Collins dumps one back towards the Valiant end. Into the skates of Collins, flipped back into Manhattanville territory. That's where it's Pilouettes. 9:30 remaining in the third. Still even. Flipped far side. Pass comes up to Zoo. Zoo turns it over. Marchand, Collins, stick lift, and it goes to Martinetti. In stride over center red with speed into the attacking end. Martinetti shot blocker saved by Katie Reed. Tippmann battles far side. That's with Marchand. Walking in. Pass back to Meredith. Shot blocked wide of Reed. Marchand to Siren. Siren off the glass and out. Martinetti, fans on it, poked away by Allman. Allman back the other way. Allman backhander denied by Elias. With 8:45 remaining in the third, 0-0 Chatham and Manhattanville. Maddie Black, Brooke Allman, Grace Johnson, Danielle Boss, and Jenny Petrosky. Face off. Taken by the Valiants. It's the captain, Lopes. Lopes back the other way. Walks in, top of the circle, centers one, broken up by Petrosky. Far side half wall, centering feed, off of the skate of Boss, shot blocker back behind by Katie Reed. Now it's Danielle Boss back behind, rolling up the far side, cuts to the middle, now cuts near side. Boss to Johnson, has center red and carries it into the attacking end. Johnson flips one in on Elias and she'll glove it down with 8:13 remaining in period number 3. 0-0 Chatham and Manhattanville. Ackerman will come out with Collins and Carr. Boston Petrosky remain out defensively. 32-27 shots in favor of Manhattanville. Faced off one by Ackerman to Collins. Collins to Boss. Boss slides one where it's taken over by the Valiants. Far side pass connects. Here comes Lopes. Slides one back. James walks in. James denied by Reed as it bounces up into the netting. Katie Reed keeps it even. Chatham's already played in 2 overtime games this year, 1-0-1 in overtime. Their tie came against Manhattanville, shot by Pilouettes, blocked under the glass back behind. Martinetti has a chip away from her and off the skate of James back out. Poked free by Holly Ackerman. Ackerman working her way in on Pilouettes. Ackerman hauled down to the ice, no call comes as Pilouettes works back behind. Pass comes to Martinetti. Martinetti off the stick of Sebia. And it's jammed right back along to Ackerman. Ackerman onside. Ackerman shot goes back behind. Flip to the near side. Collins couldn't get there. Taken by Lopes. Back behind it rolls. Far side corner. Now far side half wall. Pilouettes and Ackerman converge. Ackerman keeps it alive. Ackerman shot denied by Elias. Rebound cleared to Lopes. As Collins was lurking there looking for it. It's taking back the other way. Sabia centers one. Walking in. Lopes to the slot. Lopes denied by Reed. And she hangs on with 7:07 remaining in the third. Katie Reed keeps it out. And again, we're looking for one. Win a period, win a hockey game. We're still at that point. And it looks like we're going to get a timeout, and it's going to be from the Valiants. So we'll talk it over as the Chatham Cougars have a big defensive zone draw coming up here in the time game against Manhattanville. The Cougars in Manhattanville last year, as mentioned, 2 games, both 1-0. Both goals came in the third period for the Valiants. The last 3 have been 1-goal games. The Valiants, the first place team in the UCHC South Division. Right now tied at 0-0 with the Cougars. One came in the first meeting last year. The game-winning goal came with 8:30 around remaining in the third and final period. And in the game 2, it was just under 5 minutes remaining. As Chatham will look to get a big defensive zone draw win with 7:07 remaining in the third. We're tied still. 0-0 Chatham Manhattanville. The Valiants taking a little longer at the bench. It looks like it's going to be DeFusco, Ham, Clark, Nash, and one other skater is covered by Nash right now, and that appears to be Meredith, while it's going to be Black, Allman, and Johnson up front, with the captain Marchand and the freshman Siren on the back end. 7:07 remaining here in the third. We're still deadlocked at 0 apiece. Goose eggs all around. Face off won by Maddie Black. Slid the Siren. Siren back to Marchant. Marchant looks for Almond, and it doesn't vacate the zone. Shot in front. Backhander poked wide. Almond has it hit off her skates. Right back to the Manhattanville forward in the far side corner. That was Lopes. Goes back to Martinetti. Or make that Howard. Howard gets it back. Lopes walks in. Lopes wristed denied by Reed, and Reed can't get the rebound. Bounces back to Meredith. Meredith to Howard. To Meredith. Down low. Pass through the box. Eludes all the Valiants. It goes to Johnson. Johnson gets it out, but it goes to Meredith. Meredith right back into the Cougar end. The Valiants change. 6:20 remaining in the third. Near side pass. Johnson deflects to Siren. Now to Allman. Allman backhand clear into the Manhattanville end. Chatham brings out a fresh 5. Pass comes to Clark. Clark slides one to Pilouettes. Around 1, around 2. Over center red. The defensive captain leads the rush. Goes far side as trying to work in is DeFusco. She falls down. Pilouettes turns it over to Boss, who gets it along to Ackerman. Ackerman tries to jam it free. Kicks it to the point but not out. DeFusco got in the way. Ackerman tangled up. It walks to Nash. Nash walks in. Nash wrist shot denied by Katie Reed. And the sophomore hangs on, standing tall as Katie Reed stopped. Now 37 of 37. Elias has got 28 of 28. Face-off comes to the left of Reed, the glove side. Collins loses it. Taken back. Pilouettes walks the line. Far side she goes. To back to Pilouettes. Pilouettes one-timer sails wide. Zoo pressured by Collins. Collins takes it away. Here comes Sydney Collins. Back the other way. Collins backs it around Nash and gets in after it on the forecheck. And icing is the call with 5:16 remaining in the third. Face-off will come to the right of Katie Reed. The Cougars looking for a big draw win here. Collins won't get it. Howard. Zoo now off the half wall. Taken over by Siren. Jam back to the point but not out. Howard has it there. Down to the half wall. Center and feed. Broken up by the stick of Ackerman. On edge. Not out. Kept in by Howard. Far side to the captain Lopes. Lopes. Near side. Meredith. Meredith. Slap shot saved by Reed. Rebound cleared away by Ackerman. But it goes to Lopes. Lopes turns it over to Marchant, who backs it up the boards but not out. Howard. One touch. Lopes on the half wall. Jam back to Howard. Puck pops to the slot. Lopes tangled up with Marchant. Now it's Ackerman just jamming it back out neutral ice. Near side it comes. Meredith walks in. 4:30 remaining. Ackerman flips it to the line and Sydney Collins gets it out. Ackerman will get off. She will be replaced by Brooke Allman. Taken now, that's by Siren. Siren backhands one to center ice. Taken over there by Meredith. Walks down the near side. Loses the handle. It's taken by Marchant back behind. Ashley Marchant to Carrie Carr. Carr just backhands one to neutral ice. She'll get a change along with a defender in Marchant. So Chatham gets a few fresh bodies on as Black takes it in her own end. 3:57 remaining in the third. Jammed out all the way down. Does it go in on Elias? It does. Elias will cover up. Chatham will get an offensive zone draw with 3:49 remaining in the third. And I know you're not looking for this if you're Chatham. You're looking for the win. You want the upset win. But if you can force overtime and get a tie, that would be huge with tying Lebanon Valley earlier on this season in the playoff hunt. A tie would go great ways. This one's put on by Boss. Rebound would not go by Black. Not saying you don't look for the win, but Chatham, any points would be absolutely huge as this one goes all the way down. Not enough for icing. Boss reverses for Petrosky. Along to Maddie Black. Black back the other way she goes. Into the attacking end. Madison Black. Draw pass. Shot blockered away. Almond was denied. Centering feed. bounces back. Petrosky, wrister blocker save there by Elias. 3:17 remaining now. Turnover, Black to Almond. Back to Black, who banks one to Almond. Almond banks it around the defender, gets taken down. Johnson can't find the puck as her stick's pinned against the legs and the boards of the defense. Taken away, backhander save by Elias. Rebound cleared to the near side half wall. Almond to Danielle Boss. Boss wrister back behind. Wrap to the near side all the way to the half wall. Ham carries out. Johnson trying to get back. Pass comes far side. Slap shot saved by Reed as it trickles down back behind and slid through the blue paint and slid out. Unlucky bounce for Reed. She couldn't control the rebound. Zoo centers one, broken up by Black, cleared out by Almond. The Cougars get a change. Least of the forward unit. It's Carr, Collins, and Ackerman. Boss flips one in the direction, and here comes Ackerman. Ackerman walks in. Holly Ackerman shot denied by Elias. Rebound. No chance there for Collins as she was taken out of the play as Ackerman was also pushed down to the ice. Slid far side. Taken away by the Valiants. Here comes Manhattanville's Tippmann. Under 2 to play. Wrap to the near side. Zoo to Tippmann. Tippmann shot blocked. Back to Tippmann. Tippmann rolls back behind. Tippmann on the backhand. Goes far side. Ackerman and Collins are able to team up to force the accidental clear by Martinetti. Near side Meredith. Walks in. Loses it to Siren. Now it's Carr backhanding one to the line. Not out. Meredith, or make that Martinetti, down the far side on the backhand, stops up in the corner, 1:20 remaining in the third, and slid out off the stick of James, and the whistle blows here, and I believe we're getting a Cougar power play late. 1:17 remaining in the third. I believe what we are getting, we'll wait for the official call to make sure, but I believe it's too many skaters on the ice for Manhattanville, and I believe it is Kettlewood serving it, and it is. So Chatham, a power play with 1:17 left in the third, looking for the win. It's Marchant, the captain, walking in. Marchant to carry Carr, loses the handle. Cleared back to the line all the way down. Reed comes out. She'll settle things down. 1:05 remaining in the third. If Chatham doesn't score in that next 1:01, they will have a bit of carryover time into overtime as long as a shorty doesn't come as well. Collins. Now it's Carr. Carr backhands one, turned over, and here comes Lopes in all alone. Short-handed, Lopes the game on her stick. Lopes shot. She fans on it. It goes back behind. Marchant, stretch past Collins. It's Collins' turn now. She walks in. Collins' shot goes wide. Cleared to the half wall, but not out. It's Marchant, wrister blocked down. Almond shot denied by Elias with 23 remaining. Almond, Collins, Carr, back and forth action. Back-to-back breakaways, and we stay even with 23.6 remaining. One back, Boss to Marchant. Marchant puts it on, but it's blocked. Ham comes back the other way around Marchant. Ham busts in, 14 remaining. Ham to the backhand. Backhander denied by Reed. Reed gets plowed over. But she kept it out. 5 seconds on the clock. 3 now. And it wheels back to Meredith. Far side, Howard. The horn will sound. We're going to overtime. Power play action for Chatham. But the face-off's won by the Valiants. Martinetti, as we get underway in overtime. Pilouettes, stretch pass, far side. Ham locked in. Ham, toe drag, broken up by Frederick. Wrap near side half wall. It's taken by Holly Ackerman. Ackerman off the boot of Johnson all the way down. Johnson didn't have the red line when she touched that, so icing, 22 seconds remaining. on the minor for too many skaters on the ice. 4:38 remaining in the overtime frame between Chatham and Manhattanville. Chatham 1-0-1 in overtime this year. Tied Lebanon Valley, beat the Becker Hawks in their first game of the year. That was Kerry Carr getting the game winner. This one is deflected wide by Lopes. To the point it goes. Pilouettes off the stick of Johnson back behind. Some zone time shorthanded for Manhattanville. To the point it goes. Pilouettes walks the line. Pilouettes slap shot deflects wide of Reed as we're 4 seconds away from even strength. Martinetti walks in. Martinetti shot denied by Reed. Rebound kicks back behind as we're back to even strength. Frederick works her way back out. Frederick slides around one as it's dumped in by Ackerman. A minute gone in overtime. Turned over to Maddie Black. Black walks in down the near side on the backhand. Wheels back. Tries to center one. Sticked away by Elias. Now it's Carr centering one as it's broken up to the near side. Far side it goes. That's Tippmann back the other way. Tippmann walks in. Cuts to the slot. Tippmann. Lopes walks in. Lopes tries to center, but Marchant got in the way. Far side it goes to Lopes. Near side Meredith. Meredith one-timer sticked away into the netting by Katie Reed. 3:29 remaining in overtime. Still scoreless. Chatham looking for the upset against the top-seeded UCHC South team, the Manhattanville Valiants. Face-off tied up. Won by Manhattanville. Back to Clark. Clark. Near side it comes. That's the Zoo. Zoo spins away from Collins. Spins out. Now it's Allman taking it away. Brooke Allman has her stick lifted. Goes down. Collins jams it to Carr, and Carr comes back the other way. Carr with Collins. 2-on-2. Carry Carr down the far side half wall. Slides one in front. Sticked along by Taylor Elias. Back the other way is Clark. Now it's Boss. Danielle Boss flips one in. All the way back behind it rolls. 2:57 remaining in overtime. Collins pressures as it wheels back behind. Now it's Howard. Howard near side for Adele Clark. Clark off the boards and out, but off the stick of Johnson, ready to neutralize. Johnson walks it in. Johnson walks in, wrister blocked down. Akers keeps it alive as it's jammed. Now back out to where Allman can play it to Akers. Akers down the near side, leading the rush, dumps it in and goes in after it. Back the other way come the Valiants. Flip back out to Chatham territory where it's taken by Frederick, who jams one back along. Under the stick of Johnson, back to where it's played by Meredith. Near side looking for Clark. She takes it off the hop. 2:16 remaining in this overtime period. Walking in and wristing one into the legs of the defense with Sabia. Now it's taken by Ackerman. Slid to Johnson. Back the other way is Johnson. 2-on-2. Black tries to join as well as this one's flipped back below the goal line. Black to the bench. Replaced by Sydney Collins. Collins off the bench, has it bounce off her stick. It rolls right to DeFusco, now to Lopes. 1:54 remaining in overtime. Lopes over center red. Back the other way she goes. Loses the handle on it. Now it's DeFusco. DeFusco slides one along. Poked back behind. Now to the near side corner. It rose. DeFusco loses an edge and falls down as the puck goes to Pilouettes. The defensive captain goes to the offensive captain. Lopes. Lopes wrist shot. It goes in. It's deflected in front, and Manhattanville gets the win in overtime. With 1:37 remaining, the Valiants beat the Cougars, and they were that close away from coming away with a win.